don't make any decisions about us, without us. We're a large choir. Let's sing loudly.
One of my favorite advocates. I know she is a human being, but to me she is a saint, is Karen Meters. And I don't know if Karen would be willing to come and say a few words for me. Karen is from Cedar Rapids. I have been very fortunate to get to know her last December when we came on our first trip and we started planning that trip. And the great thing that we have had happen is we have a Facebook page, if you're not aware of it, called MCO. And on that group, we have over 1,200 members now. We've almost doubled since December. But Karen was one of the people that came with me on my first trip. And her story is phenomenal. She is, to me, what Iowa is about. She envisions and embodies Iowa.
We have been blessed with adopting 11 children with disabilities, and we've lost kids of 46 now, and we just have been so thankful for all of Iowa's services right now we have 3 children in our home still that are being served, and we have 8 out in the different group homes, and receiving services from the Arkansas Central Iowa and the therapies. We couldn't have done it without all of these services, and so we're so appreciative. And now we are so nervous about how our benefits for these children are going to continue, because there are so many changes that when we ask our case manager, when we ask the MCOs, or we ask the therapists, they say, we haven't heard, we don't know yet, we still don't know. And so this is making us still very nervous, and we hope that we will develop the oversight committee that serves all of us, and that we are part of it, as far as all of the people that need to be there, not just the legislatures, but all of you that help us to keep these children in their homes and in their communities, and serving their lives and living a life like we want them to live, like they want to live, and work in the communities. So thank you.
Gave testimony in the hearing that still, by the way, is going on. Kelly Ramus, if you wouldn't mind coming up, I would appreciate if she would actually share what she shared with the hearing. She went back to basics, and that's something I think that this process is so complicated that we need to go back to basics. And that is exactly what she's doing.
Behind you.
I have 2 children that are on the Children's Mental Health Waiver. I also have a young adult who introduced us to the mental health waiver back in 2006. Just a little bit of history there. The mental health waiver came about through IME and DHS working together to even recognize children's mental health. And they put this plan together, the legislators did it. It's a very unique waiver. It is a waiver that is designed to help families keep children with severe mental health issues at home. That being said, fast forward, we're in 2016, and MCO is starting to make a little bit more noise. We're going to try to look at what's going on here. And my concern comes down to our waiver is use it or lose it. We are allotted $1,967 every month, and those provide for respite services, in-home therapy, healing, community supports, along with the to the committee this morning, or this afternoon too, was, do those dollars stay within Iowa Medicaid, or will the NCOs need to absorb them? We have a lot of rural families that have kids on the Sonoma favor that don't get to use up all of theirs because of providers. We don't have enough providers. We don't have enough agencies already. Having the NCOs step in and kind of, I feel, take advantage of the fact that these dollars are just sitting there. Right now, those dollars go back to Iowa Medicaid, and then they can give me an answer on if they're going to sit at the NCOs or if they're going to sit at Iowa Medicaid, being transferred back. That being said, I really felt like I needed to get the message across to my legislators and those that were listening of back to basics. Okay, I have felt betrayed through this NCO stuff because when the waiver first started, we were pulled in as parents. Our opinions mattered. They listened to us. We collaborated with Vigil. We collaborated with providers. We collaborated with each other as parents. The integrity that has been lost through this NCO rush. There is no reason to rush this. Mr. Culver was correct. We've had many
That's Chet Culver, a former governor of Iowa, who is spearheading this effort to stop Medicaid privatization, or if it cannot be stopped, to provide the sufficient oversight to deal with the issues that will come up. Not theoretical, but actual issues that will and have already come up.
And saying, you know what, we need to work together. I appreciate the fact that you brought up that we have the best plan. Because you know what? I felt good as a parent. I felt confident as a parent when I got that restless. The other piece that we need to look at is the people with disabilities. I am a post-home provider. That being said, my client lives with me. I'm a 24/7 support staff. Okay? And I love the guy. Absolutely love him. If the NCO steps in and decides that is not a viable piece, where do we go? What do we do? This is part of our plan. So again, it goes back to basics. Trusting, having integrity, partnership, community, and quality. Thank you.
For this particular cause for us. Please come on up, Senator Yoakum.
Senator Yoakum is one of the backers of the bill that would stop privatization.
Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for being here. I wasn't planning to speak earlier, but let me just tell you, I am a mom of a kiddo with a disability too, and so I'm probably going to start crying since the ruling came down from CMS. I have experienced all the things that all of you have in trying to find a managed care company that's going to provide the services that my child needs, and I know my own community. I think there's 5 doctors, all connected to us, and that have signed with any of the managed care companies. So my daughter's doctor, none of the doctors have signed. And so I am struggling on all of you. I have tried very hard to try to put a stop to Medicaid privatization. You know, the government that continues to say somehow this is something with partisan politics. It does not. It has everything to do with the care people oversight committee a few minutes ago, you would know the fear, the frustration, the misinformation. This is not going to work. I wish to God it was going to, but I am watched what's happened in other states, and it hasn't worked. The only thing that's worked is that they made a profit. It was at the expense of people who needed services,
And we've seen it in other countries.
Of people who provide those services. So we got to keep on fighting. We need to get that oversight bill in place and hold the governor and the managed care companies accountable for everything that happens from this day forward. Thank you so much.
Is there a way where I can leave a written
So I do want to go ahead and
like an
encourage
email
you,
address
all
or
come
a
out today and
website?
advocating, so a lot of people raise their hand if your first time advocating. Maybe you're saying, what do I do after today? I want to encourage you again, MCO Watchdog, if you're on Facebook, we are actually teaching people not only how to come to practice, we're teaching you about advocacy. We're working with other agencies in the state. What does it mean to be an advocate? Do you have to come to the Capitol to advocate? Absolutely not. Email, letters, phone, there are a lot of ways for you to be connected. The more that your one state representative and your one state senator gets to know you individually in your own district, the more power you have when you say to them, this is what my family needs. As your constituent, this is what I need you to do for me. So please, get on our Facebook page so you can learn more about it. We would be happy to help you. The other thing we're encouraging people to do, and again, beneficiaries are stereotypically not the best people to come out and vote. Now Iowa has voter registration online. It has some issues, but we are utilizing what is available to us. We're getting people registered to vote. November is an election. If you have issues with Medicaid and how it's going, you don't see your state representative, state senator supporting what you need, if that's an issue for you for election, vote. And I really encourage that. Someone else in the crowd here, I really wanted to have come up and talk with Rita McCoy McGee. We're going to have her with you.
How are you? What's your story? Right here.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
My name is Rita McCoy McGee, and like everybody else that has made their way up here or up to the table in room 116, I also have a story. I'm a woman of color, and I have autism, and I'm from inner city Detroit, so I kind of have a lifetime television for women three-part miniseries kind of exciting. Anyhow, I'm also a provider. I'm the executive director of Central Iowa Center for Independent Living. We are people with disabilities serving people with disabilities in the community. And for the past several months, what that has looked like for us is a lot of sitting down
She wants to go by.
conversations about Medicaid privatization and how it's going to impact them. And there have been a lot of tears, certainly, a lot of tears. And there have been a lot of angst, and there have been a lot of frustration about not knowing what's going to happen.
You have a good day?
A great teacher once told me that when we don't have facts, we resort to speculation. And to have 560,000 of our most vulnerable people in this state speculating about their health and well-being is just an atrocity to me. But I want to talk about things from a little bit of a different angle today. A lot of people are frustrated with our governor and other elected officials
Who I
because
call
of
brain dead.
what is happening on April 1st. And we all know
So now
that,
April 1st is
you know,
the new
that
deadline.
is a
It
real
got pushed back for me to March
frustration and
1st.
anger. And that in spite of some wonderful articulation on the part of Medicaid beneficiaries, parents, guardians, advocates, providers, to the people that we elect who are supposed to represent us. We have all experienced the feeling of incredulousness that happens when we know that what we provide as feedback is not being listened to by those who should be listening to us. And so that anger comes from a very real place, certainly. And so I've been sitting with that myself and thinking about, well, what do I feel with regards to our elected officials? And I'd like to sum that up with two rather controversial words: I would like to say to our governor, thank you. Why? Because the unanticipated consequence of all of this has been the unprecedented mobilization of the largest minority group in this state, those of us who have disabilities. During an election year, folks, this is happening during an election year. Historically, people with disabilities have not been valued as members of the voting population. Nope, not this year. No.
Someone said
But
not
we can
this year,
all
and then
turn
she
on the
repeated
TV
it.
and we can hear the talking heads talk about women's vote, and the millennial vote, and the baby boomer vote, and the black vote, and the Latino vote. I've never heard anybody speak about the person with disabilities vote. Yet. And so here we are together, and we are mobilized, and we are energized. And what should we do with this energy? Because there is more work to be done, as Rhonda and many of us have alluded to. And it still continues after we leave here today. And so there are a few things that we can do, certainly. And one of those is we can rewrite our legislators. And for those legislators that we feel have listened to us, we can send them thank you letters and tell them that if it's an election year, we will be voting for them. And if it's a legislator that we feel has not listened to us, we can send them a thank you letter too. Because we can thank them for mobilizing us, and we can tell them that we will not be voting for them this year. Register to vote if you haven't done so already. You can now do that online, as Rhonda alluded to. CISL will be partnering with ID Action and the Autism Society of Iowa to feature a several-part series on voting and issues that are specific to those of us who have disabilities. If you have any questions about that, please come and see me. And then ultimately vote. And that means vote in every election possible, not just the national election, the local elections, the state elections, all of them. Vote, vote, vote. And when you have the opportunity to do so, and you come across an elected official,
That bell
that you are a person with
means that
disability
there's a
and
vote
you
that is about to take place in one of the chambers.
We are a force to be reckoned with. And it's taken Medicaid privatization in the state for many of us to realize that nothing about us should happen without us in this state anymore. Look at what we've accomplished so far. Medicaid privatization is happening, but not with one delay, but two. And that's thanks to the work that we've all done. And especially the work that this Timo Longshot group with Facebook Fulfillment. And so we've successfully advocated for ourselves as far as this issue is concerned. Ultimately, if you forget everything that I've said this afternoon, let it become your mantra. You've heard it said throughout this afternoon already. Nothing about us without us. Nothing
about us without us.
Nothing about us without us. One more time. Nothing about us without us. Thank you.
Type in your home address. That is how you find out who your representative and your senator is. And I personally feel like I won the lottery. When you have someone, a friend that you know that you're that you respect so much and you're so proud of, it's a really exciting feeling. And for me to know my senator, she's not only my hero, she's a lot of people's hero here today. Senator Elizabeth. I do know she likes to quite probably like my taste, so
and going to forums. I'm going to be very brief because we're caucusing right now, but I want to thank each and every one of you for making the effort today to come here, because this is really hard. Hi. I've seen a lot of friends today. So really, thank you very much. Thank you for participating in the testimony in the subcommittee meeting. We're going to take a lot of those ideas and put those into the oversight bill. There were some great ideas, great comments, got into testimony, and so thank you for sharing your stories, because that helps craft policy. I also want to thank our chair of the committee, Amanda Reagan, Senator Amanda Reagan, Senator Goldblum, and Senator Johnson, and Senator Seibert, for their ongoing support of the work that we're doing, and just keep emailing the legislators, let them know that you support this oversight bill. We have to have oversight. This is our last grab, right? This is our last grab, so support oversight. Thank you very much.
Is there someone I can send a written comment to about that? Yes. You can send it to Senator Amanda Reagan. Okay, is that R-E-A-G-A-N? R-A-G-A-N. Okay, thanks.
Thank you all for being here. This is an amazing group here. For the longest time, when I first became this organization, I first didn't understand it. I studied it as much as I could, and then I started getting angry about it. I didn't agree with it. It's a dramatic change in the Medicaid system. It's a dramatic change in the delivery of Medicaid services. I am a father of two special needs children. One is 13. He's a medically fragile young man in ICF ID, and that's a newly care facility that we have taking great care of him. This kid is not here. He has about 38 words. He's almost taller than I am, and not once has this child ever been a victim. He's profoundly disabled. He has seizures. He has lots of problems, microcephaly, autism, and a host of problems, but he doesn't feel sorry for himself. And so we're trying to learn from him. With this in front of us, it's a big deal. To me, this kid's life is at risk if he isn't supported by Medicaid. This isn't academic, this isn't a statistic, this isn't a position, this is a child. And so here we are, what do we do about it? It just got read. Yesterday, as you know, CMS has agreed to the waiver and delayed another 30 days, which is another deal, but we've got managed care. And so what are we going to do? I think let's follow Senator Watkins and Senator Memphis' lead. Let's get serious and not give up about oversight. We can change this. We can't go out the front door. We can't stop privatization. We have privatization. But we can continue to fight. We cannot go away. We can be present. We cannot be victims. And we can change this. I had a meeting earlier with Senator Dvorsky, who was very much a supporter. And I asked him what we can do for him.
One of the chambers again is voting on a bill or an amendment. So the doorman yells voting when that bell rings. Now the other chambers doing the same. House and Senate are voting on items right now. That's when you hear the bell, and I don't know if you can hear that. It says voting.
For those of you who this is your first time advocating, I want to give you a couple more tips in case you haven't heard it a couple times already. Vote. Register to vote. Find out who your legislators are. Again, you just need to enter a home address. The reason I really stress this is, as I said today, I MCO watchdog because when something happens, when a bill is going to be discussed, if I can get a 48-hour notice, I put it out to my group. You have 48 hours to get your concerns before a bill is debated in court. So you need to know that information so you can mobilize
If you are
and take
not
action.
in Iowa,
Because if you wait a
but you're in
week,
another U.S. state,
you don't know what's going to happen.
if your state
So
is
again, I
going
really
to, or
appreciate
the
everybody
process of
coming out, and I
privatizing
appreciate all the
their
speakers we had
Medicaid
today.
program, a
Please,
form of
please,
such as
do not
MCO
consider that we've lost
watchdog,
the battle. We're just
so
going
we
to
can
phase
hold the
2. Thank you.
corporations accountable. My friend Dana, who testified at the committee hearing, just came up to me. That looks like this portion is done, but people are hanging around with Ted Culver.
Yes, please.
So he's gonna.
How's that?
He wants his picture. She wants her picture taken with him.
Awesome. Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, thank you for coming. Appreciate your advocacy. Keep it up, okay? Well, just raising my kids. You know, I've got a 13-year-old son and soon to be 15-year-old daughter, and swim meets and basketball games.
No, I'm gonna hang for a bit.
I haven't since the fair. You know, it was so hot. Yeah. But life's good. Hi, Cindy. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I'm going to say Jen, good to see you. Well, I tell you, thanks, Ben. Okay. Thank you. You know, we'll see what happens. But I'm just glad to be with all these great folks on the board. How are you, young man? Thank you very much. You bet. Thanks for coming and staying home, okay? We're counting on you. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Can you get Pete your info and we'll stay in touch with you? That would be awesome. Pete McRoberts, right here in the blue.
Okay, I will.
Hi, Vicki. Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm going to see my dad next week. Oh, wonderful.
He was just presented a gift.
You'll ever know. I'll re-gift it. That's what they call it, right? Re-gift it. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
You're the courier.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Your mom's awesome.
Yeah, I know, she is.
I've been live streaming all of
Earlier, she had to go off on her own so that she could focus to write her speech
Yeah,
for the
she's
hearing.
so great.
And I had to be her for 10 minutes, and I was like, I cannot handle this.
You're learning from one of the best.
Luckily, she had me to help her.
How are you?
Doing good. I just want to say I'm George Unsley.
Okay, George.
I'm party chair. He's got such a family going around. This
That's right. Hey, thank you. I am so proud of that, what we did, hundreds of miles, certainly, you know. And I drove by him today on 80 coming back over here from Cedar Rapids, and I tell my kids all the time, and that's, yeah, there are things that we did that, with your help, that we're very proud of.
There was one time during
Yeah. Saving lives every day. And it's a good initiative that made sense. Thank you, George. Thank you. And we got to get those clones playing some good hoops here.
No kidding. What the fuck?
I'll play. I need to play. Hi, dear. Oh, thank you. I miss you. You look great. You're still going strong. I'm doing energy work. I'm doing consulting and solar and wind and energy projects. And then I'm being a dad, raising my kids. So
And now you got something else to do.
yeah. So thank you for coming, dear. It's so nice to see you. Yes, hope so. I hope so. Thank you for coming out. How are you guys? Welcome. Thanks for coming. Where did you come on the bus? We came from Moon. Okay, how are you, young man? Nice to see you. Welcome. I like your jacket. So, yeah, this was good. Good day. That's how the process is supposed to work, you know, with the people.
This is what democracy is supposed to look like.
That's right.
I was in the hearing room. I captured most of that.
Is Adam here?
Oh,
Is Dean here?
He's not. He's actually in St. Louis.
Okay.
His folks are needing a lot of help right now. But
I bet he's as worked up as...
oh yeah.
Tough.
And it just seems like such a common sense issue. It's very disappointing.
Yeah.
But thank you, Ted, for
Oh,
your advocacy.
I am so happy to just do a little something to help with all these great people that are being impacted every day.
You know, it seems like such a common. It's just an example of what good government can do.
Exactly.
And why aren't we doing more of that?
Yeah, we're giving the keys away. You know, we're literally,
feels like.
that's how I explained earlier today, we're just turning over everything. The rates, the administration, the money. I mean, it's really pretty stunning. And when they use that 40 states are doing this, no, not even close. Only 5 have even tried to do this big a population, and which is why we're having problems.
There is something that I fear that could happen. I don't know if you've heard of this, but when I've been following the British National Health Service privatization, and what's been going on there is they had these work capability assessments. And what happened with those was they hired a private company to do it. They were certifying people fit for work who are actually not. The most egregious one was a comatose patient. They went to her hospital bed, and they said, they kept asking her questions, not her relatives, not her medical provider. They kept asking her, and because she was not responding, they said she's not cooperating. She needs to have her benefits cut.
Oh boy!
And then 2 months later, she died. And then they said a paraplegic is fit for work to do a roofing job. Now, that's what I fear could happen here if nothing isn't done to stop that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to give that to the committee. So I'm going to email one of the senators later about that, because I fear that could happen here if nothing is done. And having worked with disabled people myself as a home health aide, yeah, I don't want to see that kind of a thing get thrown through the blender. You're welcome. Oh, there's.
It came from somewhere. That felt so good.
It could be a doors or the vents, because there are vents underneath these tables are actually heaters in disguise.
The tables might have been blocked.
Yeah, or in some of these little panel slabs in between some of the pillars, there are vents in there.
Makes sense.
So they disguise them so they're not so obvious looking. Well, it looks like a lot of people have already left, but I just wanted to make my concern known to former Governor Culver. So there's just a few people hanging out here. They're probably waiting for their transportation. So some of them came from out of town to participate today. I've been live streaming all day, so I wanted to do this for those who are not able to attend, and then when I get home, I got pictures on here, I'll upload to Facebook, and then I'll put this video up on YouTube.
Nice.
So it'll be archived permanently.
Where are you from?
I'm a local.
Des Moines?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm originally from Urbandale, but I've been in Iowa City for about 13 years.
Yeah, you're close to, you're still local.
Yeah. It's my hometown.
Yep. I've been here since the end of December of '87.
Okay.
But I've spent time in Nebraska, Eastern Iowa, Arkansas for a little bit, a month in Mexico back in '86.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've had an adventure.
Nice.
I think that's gonna do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and take my stream down. Actually, this sign that is over here. I'm actually going to take a picture of it before I get out of here. Folded, that's why it was making. I wanted to take a picture of it anyway. The next thing that will come up is March 9th. I'm not sure if it's still March 8th or if it's March 9th and 10th. Back in the pipeline will come up again. The final days of deliberation for the Iowa Utilities Board. I will go live for that, and if anything else shows up on my radar, then I'll go hit that. So again, thanks for watching, and see you on the streams.